holiday from a newspaper that costs less than a tenner. I know these have existed for years, but what are they actually like now? So I booked one and went to see what you can actually get for £9.50.
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came down in the hollow. Playing a new game.
Before we go any further, yes, this is a holiday from the sun, and I know a lot of people will have very strong feelings about that. This video is not endorsing the paper, it's about the deal and what the experience of going on one of these trips is actually like. These holidays aren't really where the sun makes its money. They're a marketing product designed to keep people engaged and not to turn a profit from the trip itself. And in 2026, you don't even need to buy the paper to go on one, as all the codes you need to book are readily available online. So let's see if you can really get a holiday for £9.50, and is it actually any good?
How to know you're in Spain? A vending machine full of jamón and reserva. It's now time to go get my car and then drive over to Eurocamp and see what this is saying for our son at £9.50 holiday.
Waiting for me at the rental car place was this absolute beauty.
I'm in a lovely Fiat 500, which is always the most preferred car when you're away. We should get there in an hour, which puts us at 7 o'clock-ish Spanish time.
After a short drive to the park, I checked in at reception, grabbed myself a map so I could see where my accommodation was.
Here we are, V10. This looks rather nice. Put the stuff down. Well, here we are. We are now inside our Sun £9.50 cabin, hotel roomy sort of thing here at Cambrils. Let's have a look for what we get for the supposed price of £9.50 per person for a holiday. So as you can see, I've come through the door. There's a lovely mirror. There's a nice place to sit and eat. I have a little cleaning kit here, it looks like. Yeah, with some loo roll, a sponge, some bin bags. Over here, I have the sort of main kitchen area. This looks awesome. I've got a proper stove, sink, toaster, microwave, coffee, plates, bowls, freezer, fridge. I have some pots and pans and plates. In this little cupboard, that is all my cleaning supplies. You're supposed to have a nice little clean when you leave. This would appear to be, oh, that's the light for the outside. This is the sort of master bedroom here. For clarity, I've not really got much space to move around either side, but the bed, yeah, that feels all right, okay. I've not got any sheets. I'll see if it comes with sheets or if I'm supposed to have brought my own, but if you're supposed to bring your own sheets, it's not really advertised, and you know, I suppose what can you expect for £9.50? Over here, I have a wardrobe. So if I want to hang some bits and bobs up, I can. I probably won't use that considering I'm here by myself. Over here, I have a nice sofa, obviously. I have myself 2 rooms here. I've got 2 single beds in here. Again, they have a sort of micro cupboard here for that. So you could put those beds together and form another double bed if you wanted to. And then in here, we've got exactly the same thing. My brain is telling me that this could in fact be a fold-out sofa bed, which would mean this goes from sleeping 6 people to 8. And I am completely wrong. What's behind door number 12, you ask? That is my toilet. Nice, simple, easy. Whilst I remember, bog roll, toilet. And then behind this door here, this is my shower room. Oh, there's me. I'm about 6'1"-ish. I can fit in all the rooms. I'll definitely be able to fit in the shower behind me. That shouldn't be too bad at all. And if we come outside, there are people, so I'll be a bit quiet. I get this whole sort of decking area to myself. It's enough chairs for many people. I have an area for my clothes, should I wish to dry them after going to the beach or whatever. And the lifesaver of all lifesavers, it comes with aircon in here as well, so there's no chance I will be sweating. First impressions is for the price, this is insane. I'm 500 meters from the beach. There's loads of amenities I can do around the campsite. They have like a swimming pool, they have basketball, football areas. There's a mini gym, the lady said to me. I took a picture of a load of different activities that are going on. They've got some for kids, but a load for adults as well, like yoga and Pilates. Not that I don't think I'll be doing those. Just what a nice little spot to chill out for the next few days. I feel like I've done really well for myself, and I'm really excited for what the next few days is going to hold. Okay, so this is the total haul from the supermarket. I've got tons of different meats, cheeses, various different bits I'm gonna have for lunch, some wine, some beer. I'm going into the 2nd week or so of my Ironman training whilst I'm here, so I'm not really bothered about how much I eat. I need to just be refueling, so I thought just go ham, grab a load of stuff. I'm not really gonna be eating out, I'm just sort of treating this as a base to enjoy. So I have everything here that should feed me for most of the week, and it costs €90. It's now 1 o'clock in the morning, and the fireworks are still going.
Good morning. I was kept up last night by a barrage of fireworks. I need to see what was going on with that today. But yeah, a bit later waking up. Let's have a tour of the campsite. I slept quite well, as in the bed was all right, so yeah. Okay, so looking at the map I was given yesterday, we've got a few things to check out. We'll go on a wander, have a look at everything and see just what the place is like. This is the pétanque piece. You've got your little scoring system down to 13. French sort of bowlsy game. They've got this wicked like dual sports. The site had a basketball and football multi-sports court, a small outdoor gym, a decent sized pool and a bunch of other types of tents and cabins on site as well. It's now going to be the first time using the kitchen, so I'm going to cook myself bappy rappy thing. The only tomato sauce I have is actually the tomato sauce I require for my pasta. Whilst I was cooking, I did notice a few broken things like this tap not being secured at all, and the extractor fan system does not work. So we're going to smell of the sausages. Anyway, finished now. I've sort of got this sausage on toast with some bacon. So I went for a swim down at the beach earlier, had a good time, enjoyed the sea. Safe to say I might have got a little bit sunburnt, but I'm looking a bit rouge. I'm now going out for a run. It's about 32 degrees, but I've sort of got to get it done. Can't delay it any longer, so I'm gonna have a stretch out on the balcony, but I can take my phone with me this time because I'm not going in the sea. So I'm gonna film the local beach, show you what's going on there. Just as you'd expect, the beach was absolutely stunning with a beautiful promenade to go for a run, even in the ridiculous temperature.
It's safe to say she's hot. I'm dribbling from my eyebrows.
For the next few days, I used the cabin as a base to explore the local area, driving a few hours to Andorra to hike a mountain and tick off another country.
As if I'm getting fucking hailed on. Fuck me.
Whilst there, I saw some incredible wildlife and scenery and even took a dip in this absolutely freezing mountain lake. I booked a super cheap hotel to extend my stay in Andorra and be able to see the capital city a little bit.
As you'd imagine from a tax haven, it's quite the pretty city centre. This one looks straight out of a Jeff Bezos yacht building experiment.
With the low cost of the main accommodation back in Spain, it was really easy to do this and not feel like I was overspending. Good morning. I've had my last night here. It's my last morning here, hence why I said good morning. Now, part of staying in these is you have to leave them clean afterwards. I have to check out in 25 minutes. I've got to do my washing up. I've got to pack my bag, which is on the floor. Got to mop the floor, and I've got to sweep. So I need to crack on, really, so I probably should get the fuck off my phone. Well, should this mop check?
Goodbye, little cabin thing.
So let's talk about the actual cost of the holiday then. The headline is £9.50 for a holiday, and that's based on 4 people sharing. So that is £9.50 per person, or 36 quid for the total group. I, however, didn't get the £9.50 deal, not because you can't and not because they don't actually exist. There's tons of the £9.50 trips available. I just booked really late, only about a month before actually going, and I obviously went on my own, so I had to foot the cost of the entire accommodation just by me myself. The price point for me sharing would have been £19.50 per person, meaning I footed the bill of 78 quid by myself. There was also a £3 booking fee on top, so that is £81 in total for 4 nights. None of the other costs of the trip were very expensive either. My flights were about 50 quid. My car hire was about £45 for the week. And as you saw, I went shopping and bought all of my food and drink beforehand, so that was about €90 total for the week there as well. All in all then, we're looking at just over £200 for an entire week's trip to Spain. And normally most of those costs would be split between at least a couple, or if you're going with a group of friends anyway. So everything would get cheaper apart from your food and your flights. In terms of the accommodation itself, it was super clean with loads of amenities and just general stuff to do in the park and the area. There were a few small issues, as you saw, like the tap not being correctly fitted, the extractor fan didn't work, and I actually booked a different park from the one I ended up at, but I was contacted within a few days of my booking and literally just moved to a sister site in the same town just next door. So no real issue there at all. There was of course the issue of bed sheets, which weren't included in the price, so I did have to rent those for another couple of euros for the entire week. No real biggie, just would have been nice to know that beforehand. So no, this wasn't a £9.50 holiday. Not for one person anyway. If you go as a couple, you double that to about 20 quid a person. And if you do go as 4 people, then it really is £9.50 if you book at the right time. I've done a few of these trips in the last couple of years, and honestly, they're one of my favorites to do in the year. And often the only reason I can afford to go on these trips is by having good quality, cheap accommodation like this through a deal from the Sun or someone else that means it's possible to go away in the first place. So to summarize, these deals aren't magic, they're not a loophole, they're just a very cheap base layer. If you're flexible, happy to self-cater and not expecting luxury, they make going away just far more achievable. There you have it, Sun £9.50 holidays, and I'll catch you next time.
Oh, we used to sing sha la 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 la